In May of 2003, Teresa and I visited several Scandinavian countries. We began in Oslo, Norway, where we arrived just for Norwegian national holiday. Unfortunately, we had some camera problems, so we were only able to make a few shots in the evening that you can see. The next day we took a train to the mountains to a little town called Myrdal, from where we took a famous Flamsbana or Flams Railroad, which goes all the way down to the fjords. Here is Teresa in our car in the Flams Railroad. These are just a few shots from the train. As you can see, a train makes one stop in the middle of the route where everybody can come out and take pictures of beautiful mountains and waterfalls surrounding us. This is the train itself. What follows is just a few more shots as we were descending down to the sea level, down to the fjords. You see waterfalls, gorgeous, very nice. And this is the town of Flam, and this boat will soon take us to our destination, Balestrand. Flam is really tiny, just a place to change from a train to a boat. Here's a few shots of Flam. And this is us on the boat going on the fjord towards Balestrand. Nice waterfalls, you see, very beautiful around. Here's a few more shots from the boat. We are finally in Balestrand, population 1000, and this is a shot from our room in Quickness Hotel. You can see buildings and mountains behind them. And this is us on the boat. We are going on a tour of the glacier. The glacier is behind us. This is us in the town of Fjelland. I am standing on top of the glacier museum. And this is actual glacier called Jostedal, one of the accessible points of it. This is another one. Just a few shots of the nature around us. We were the only ones there. It was very peaceful and very beautiful. This is yet another boat we are taking towards Bergen. This is Bergen Harbor. You can see very nice buildings around. And this is us way up on top of the mountain. We took a funicular and very beautiful view of the city of Bergen below us. Just a few more shots of the city of Bergen before we left it. And this is us on a ferry that will take us to Copenhagen. We just arrived to Copenhagen. This is the ferry you can see behind Teresa. The weather in Copenhagen that day was bad, so we took a train to Malmö, Sweden. You can see a few shots of this nice little city. Here's another shot of the city streets. Here we are again in Copenhagen, close to the Little Mermaid. You can see a church and a famous fortress not too far away. And this is Little Mermaid itself, a very famous site in Copenhagen. Our day ended in also famous Tivoli Gardens in the center of Copenhagen. See very nice views all around. Our last destination was Iceland. Here we are in Reykjavik, the capital. This famous church is called Hallgrímskirkja, or Church Hallgríms. And our last day we spent driving around Reykjavik and surrounding areas. You can see this waterfall is called Gattelfoss, one of the famous, really huge waterfalls. Here are a few shots. This is Teresa standing right on the bank of the river. Next to the waterfall there is a famous geyser valley. You can see steam coming out from the ground, and this is Strucker, one of the geysers erupting. You'll see a couple more eruptions in a few seconds. Like here is another one, and I was able to film a couple of little ones just like the one that follows. After the geyser valley we went south to the town of Vik. On the road there are a couple of nice waterfalls. This is called Seljalandsfoss, and this one is called Skogafoss. You can see very beautiful views of the waterfalls and the mountains. And this is the town of Vik, a famous black sand beach made out of lava rock. Here you see a couple more shots, and the Vik itself is over there. Last day in Iceland, this is Reykjavik near our hotel, and we ended our day in a famous resort and spa called the Blue Lagoon. You can see these are all geothermal sources that feed this nice lake, and the ground around is also very volcanic. Well, this is it. Thank you for watching the movie. Hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye.
That was a good trip, and we're about to go home.